I grew up in a Methodist church. You know, I was in the Sunday school program and I was a member of the youth group. You know, I went to Jamonville as a camper, and then I became a counselor there. And then at a time I took over as a dean of a camp there. So that was a big part of my life. It was a different setting outside of the normal church setting of the pews and the organ music and things like that. And it was a different connection for me. And I felt like that's what I was always searching for, is something different, rather than just coming in on Sunday morning, singing and listening to the sermon and leaving, or going to Sunday school. I was looking for that connection outside. We started coming to Ingomar, and it was a great decision. And for a while, again, we searched for that niche within the church. We love the 10 o'clock service. It's a little bit more our style, but at the same time, we were still looking for that connection, that niche to bring us back, and what was our job going to be, and what was our role going to be. And you know, she started to get involved in the nursery program, and she loves that. She loves working with the baby. She loves working with the kids. And what I found is I've gotten back involved with the mission trip. I was in church before church, and all the announcements were up, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, maybe I really should just say something and write something down and say, hey, you know, I'm interested in this. And I looked at the dates, I checked them on my phone, I said, I'll think about it. And it was almost like God was trying to push me forward. And when I wouldn't take that step, the interesting thing was a few days later, I got a call from Mark Naylor out of the blue, who said, hey, we were talking and we were wondering if you might be interested in coming on the mission trip with us. And it like hit me that was God's way of bringing me back, because I didn't tell anybody that I was thinking about this. I didn't even tell my wife until after the phone call. And when that happened, we both kind of agreed, like, yeah, there's something in the works here that, you know, that he's trying to say, hey, I'm doing this for you. I'm going to get you involved. It's very important for everybody to find their role. Where I really feel connected to God is when I'm working and doing service for others, like the mission trip, like working with the youth whenever I was a youth leader, things like that. That really was my way of connecting. And everybody's different. And that's the one thing I always liked about Ingomar, is there's so many opportunities for you to figure out what is your role, where do you fit in. And maybe you fit in making cookies for Sunday morning because you love to bake. And every time you do, you think of what kid's gonna get them, or what adult, or what prayer you're saying for those people when you're making those cookies. And to them, or to you, that is your goal. That's when you're gonna feel most connected to God. And I think that's the important thing that I would want people to know, is find your niche, find whatever makes that connection the strongest, because when you do, that's when you're gonna make sure that you don't lose God and lose sight of Him. That's what's gonna keep Him in your heart. So take advantage of the opportunities that are here and use them to find your role and how you can flourish as an individual with God.